Hey guys, Dave Raniker here. Today I want to tell you about a brand new book that I've written called Personality Analytics. I'm very excited about it. It's taken me 2 years to write and it's finally finished. You know those personality tests that you take on the web? The ones where you have to check off a bunch of multiple choice questions and then based on that they give you an answer without even meeting you? I mean, first of all, what kind of a test is that? They don't even meet you? Come on. Second, I have a way that will give you what you need. Not through a test, not through emailing a stranger, but a healthy and effective way that gives you all the information you need. And also gives you the ability to figure out your personality on your own. I will teach you how to know your friends better than they know themselves. Some of the subjects I cover in this book are what makes up a personality, how to become the center of attention without being selfish, why people get so angry with you, why people feel important, what makes people so sensitive, why it takes people forever to make up their mind, why people don't take you seriously, why you are so misunderstood, why some people come across as cold, why sometimes people don't get jokes, why people battle with people skills. This information may change your life. If you are somebody that doesn't get understood properly, or ignored, or people just don't take you seriously, this may be the thing for you. Often people get ignored because of who they are as a personality. Behavior defines us. If you could identify that behavior and change it, there is so much you could achieve. Understanding people is like having the right key to open up a safe. Once you have the right key, then you can open up that door and put whatever you like into it. I have all the keys you'll ever need to open up who people are. From the most difficult person you've ever known to the most sensitive creature that gets offended too easily. Imagine walking into a meeting and greeting a person for the first time, and within the first 3 minutes you know how to talk to them. I remember giving a friend of mine advice about how to give a presentation. Let's call him Jeff. He was going to a meeting with his business partner and was so nervous about the outcome because there was so much at stake. I asked him if he knew who he was going to see. He said he didn't know the guy at all, just that he was a potential investor and needed him on board. So I coached him how to find out what type of personality he was, and then how to talk to him in the meeting. When Jeff came back from the meeting, he was so excited because his offer was accepted. He then told me what happened. His business partner spoke most of the time and wasn't getting anywhere. Once it was clear what type of personality he was dealing with, Jeff took over and presented the offer in terms the investor could understand. After the meeting, while they were heading back, Jeff's partner asked me how on earth he managed to get through to the guy. Jeff just smiled because he realized that with what he now knew about personalities, he had the upper hand. The best thing about what I know is I can teach it to you in a very short time. In as little as a day or two, you'll have the upper hand in any relationship. Sometimes I'll be talking about my book to total strangers, and they'll ask me to teach them a little about themselves. I once had a lady who thought I was a psychic. She was a little frightened at first, but I assured her I was not. She just needed a few skills to learn. Imagine the looks on people's faces as you amaze them with your insight. People will start to wonder why you're the person to go to for everything. That reminds me, you'll also discover a trick I know that will make you the center of attention in an unselfish way. That formula is just one of the tricks in this book, and it's not even the main part. If you're a teacher and are struggling to get through to your students, this may be the answer you've been looking for. Teachers are often said to come across as boring in the classroom. This, of course, will help develop the skills to change your teaching style if necessary. You'll be in a position to find out why your students aren't learning as well as they should. You'll also discover through this book the right way to speak to people so that you can be prepared for interviews, presentations, win arguments, keep people's attention and give people bad news when you need to. You'll learn how to articulate yourself in keeping with the person's personality so that you can present your disagreement effectively. I'm going to be honest with you, this book is not a new idea. It's very old in concept, dating back over 100 years. I've done a huge amount of research. I've read nearly everything on the subject. The self-help books I've read have been done by very successful authors. I'm not trying to take anything away from them. However, many of the gurus on the subject leave out important information that don't give you the whole picture, especially when you go on a website and fill in forms for them to evaluate what type of personality you are. I've gone through these tests, and the one thing they do is concentrate on your personality. They often never explain how they arrive at their conclusions. In fact, I don't think they do. You are left in the dark about how to figure out it for yourselves. That's why I've written this, to give you a rich database of knowledge on the subject. I've also tried to make it as simple as possible and leave out all the drivel. You won't have to go through endless number of pages getting lost in thought. The book is easy to read and concise. I've crammed loads of stuff in this ebook. You'll learn the science to identify personalities just by observing behavior and interaction. You'll know enough of personality style in a short space of time to make an impact. In this book, you'll learn to identify the 4 types of personalities: demanding, inspiring, cautious, and supportive. These 4 personalities come with behavior and consequence that are talked about in length. You take a dive into each one and discover what makes them tick. You'll learn about solid techniques that work on each persona. You'll learn how to communicate, convince, motivate, and disagree in an effective way. So click on the link below and check out what it's all about.